All right, this is homework practice 5-8. And this is nice and wonderful. The students will love this. These are some easy two-step word problems. So you can solve a two-step problem by writing two equations. Rena counts 6 birds in a tree. 3 birds fly away. Then 8 more birds land in a tree. How many birds does Rena count in the tree now? So what we want to do is kind of figure out what we're looking for. And we give the students different words that they can look for to know if we're adding or subtracting. Rena counts 6 birds in a tree. 3 birds fly away. So you can ask them, are we adding or subtracting? We know we're subtracting. They're gone. They're flying away. Then 8 more birds. Are we adding birds to the tree or are they going away? We're adding is more. So we're going to start with our first part. Subtract to find how many birds are in the tree after 3 birds fly away. So we start with 6 birds. 3 birds fly away. 6 minus 3 is 3. Add the number of birds that landed in the tree. So we ended with 3. So we're going to need that for our next equation. So 3 is what we have in the tree. And then 8 more birds land in the tree. So we know we're going to add. 3 plus 8 is 11, gives us a total of 11 birds. If the students want to draw pictures to help out, that's also another great strategy. Lucy collects 9 rocks. Then she gives 4 rocks to Sam. So first of all, let's figure out what that means. She's giving some away to Sam, so we know that is going to be subtraction. Then Lucy collects 7 more rocks. More is going to be adding. How many rocks does Lucy have now? So now we're looking for the total. So again, they can draw pictures if they want to, but we're at the point now where they can just use the numbers and they should be fine. Lucy collects 9 rocks, so she has 9 rocks. She gives 4 rocks to Sam, so we're losing 4 rocks to Sam. 9 minus 4 is 5. And then we're going to need to bring this number down here because this is what we have when we start our second part of the problem. So she's got 5 rocks. And then Lucy collects 7 more rocks. So 5 plus 7 is 12, and she's got a total of 12 rocks now. 4 boys ride their bicycles to the park. So let's circle 4. So they ride the park. 6 more boys ride their bicycles to the park. So we've got 6 and more. So we know we're adding. Then 2 boys go home. So we have to figure out, is that adding or subtracting? They leave, so we're going to subtract. How many boys are at the park now? So we want the total left. So we start with 4. 4 boys ride their bicycles to the park. 6 more boys ride their bicycles to the park. So 4 plus 6 is 10. Then 2 boys go home. Again, we've got to take our answer here and bring it down here for the next part. 10 and 2 boys go home. So we know that's subtraction. 10 minus 2 is 8. And that leaves us with 8 boys. Okay. All right, let's go on to the back page now. Michael put some of the dishes away. How much? Some. We don't know. It's a question mark. Scott put 17 dishes away. They put away 32 dishes in all. Use the bar diagram to model the story. Then write 2 equations the model shows. How many dishes did Michael put away? So we want to get to our answer there. So we know there were 32 in all. We want to put our total up there. Michael put some away. I'm going to put it in here for Michael and a question mark. We don't know how many he put away. He put some of the dishes away. And then Scott put 17 dishes away. I'm putting an S here for Scott. So we've got to take a look at our equation. The easiest thing to do is to take a look at what we've got here. We're adding. So 17 plus something equals 32. So the students can count up on a number line if they want to find the other one, but I'm going to leave this one blank for just right now and put 32 minus 17 equals something and figure out what the best way is to answer this. There's a couple of different strategies that the students have learned. If you want to do a number line, we can start with the number line. Our total here is 32 minus 17. I'm going to take away 10 here and bring that to 22. And then 17, I can break up into 2 and 5. So I can subtract 2 to get me to 20 and subtract another 5 to get me to 15. They can also do some of our other grouping methods where maybe they do 32 minus 17. We break that into 10 and 7. 32 minus 10 puts us at 22. We look at the number on the ones place, and we break this one into 2, and 2 plus what equals 7 is 5. So we've got 22 minus 2 is 20, and then 20 minus 5 equals 15. So a couple of different strategies. So we now know that 17 plus 15 equals 32. And that lets us know that Michael put away 15 dishes. This next one becomes a little bit trickier because we've really got to pay attention to what the word problem is asking. So Kina picked 14 green apples. I'm going to put a K equals 14 green apples. You can put a little G there for green. Her dad, so I'm going to put D for dad, picked 8 red apples. 8 red apples. Then they each ate 2 apples. So what we want to do first is we want to figure out how many total apples we have. So we have 14 plus 8. Again, the students can do it how many ways they want to, however they need to add up. So 14 plus 8 is 22 apples. So that is how many apples they each have. Then they each ate 2 apples. So Kina ate 2 apples, so I'm going to subtract 2, and Dad also ate 2 apples. So we need to subtract a total of 4 apples. So we have 22 apples minus 4 apples. Again, the students can figure out whichever way they want to do it that works out best for them. They can use a number line starting at 22. Count backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, gets them to 18. This is a pretty simple one. So 18 apples is what we have left. So going through and dissecting the problem and figuring out what exactly it's asking for. 8 2 apples. How many do they have now? Okay, here's our assessment problem. This is our 2-step. 3 black cats were in the alley. 5 cats joined them. Again, so we've got to figure out what that means. Join, does it mean together, like addition, or subtraction? So we know joining means to add. Then 6 cats walked away. How many cats are still in the alley? So we need to do the first part. This part here lets us know what we need to do first. So there's 3 black cats in the alley, and 5 cats join them. And joining means addition. 3 plus 5 equals 8. Then it says, then 6 cats walked away. So we need to take our number here, which is 8. Then 6 cats walked away. Away is going to mean subtraction. Minus 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. So our answer is 2 cats.